the more you focus on the limitations in your life, the more you focus on how bad your life is, or how bad your experiences are, the more of that you're going to call into your space. And we'll go over that in another video, but that's a whole video in itself. But be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for what you have now in this moment. The next principle is focusing your energy on positive outcomes. That goes along with living in gratitude. When you focus on the positive outcome as opposed to the negative, you're guiding yourself towards that positive outcome. So, for example, you want a promotion at work, right? There's a job that's coming up and you feel like you're qualified for it. But then you sit there and you allow all of that negative energy to come in, those negative thoughts. Someone says to you, you don't have the education for that. And you go, I don't have the education for that. Or someone says, I don't think you can do it. And you say, maybe I can't do it. The more you focus on those negative thoughts and thinking that the job is going to go to someone else, or thinking that your supervisor won't think highly of you, or thinking that you'll mess the job up, guess what? That's what's going to happen. Because our thoughts bring forth those actions. Sorry, that's just the way it works. Your thoughts and mine are seek after those kinds. So if I'm seeking to fail, pretty much gonna fail. Don't write your story that way. Do not do that to your journey. Think of the positive outcomes. I'm going to go into this interview and I'm going to just nail it. They're going to think so highly of me. They're going to recommend me right away. They're going to see all of the things in me that I know that are there. They're going to even bring out some things that I didn't even realize how great I was. Focus yourself always on the positive outcomes. And even though that the outcome may not always be what you want, so you may not get the job, that's okay. That's okay, because there's always something better. The universe always says yes, but it has to be at the right time. So you may not get that particular job, but the job that you are meant to get will come forward. And the reason that is because you're going to go in there with such a positive attitude and energy that you're going to call the perfect job to you. That's just the way it works. Number 5 is going to be being present in the moment. So that kind of goes with focusing your energy on the outcome. When you're looking at a particular situation, such as a job interview, it's okay to focus on what you want the outcome to be. But you don't want to live in the future. So you don't want to constantly think about what's going to happen next. You want to live in this moment. You want to be present in the moment. And the reason is because you miss so many wonderful things that happen to you in the moment if you're focusing on the next moment. Being a parent of 3 boys, 3 sons, there have been times where I was not focused on the moment. I may be, doing something else. I may be thinking about cooking dinner, or I'm, thinking about washing clothes, or thinking about my next day of work. And my children are sitting there and they're having fun, or, playing together, and they're doing something, and I'm just not there. I'm not with them. My mind is somewhere else. I'm not being present in the moment. And I'm stealing that opportunity for myself to have that experience with them. And I'm also stealing that opportunity from them to have that experience with me. So we should live in our moments because they're so joyful. They're so welcoming that you don't want to miss it. And you can't get it back. Once the moment is gone, unfortunately, it's over. And you can try to recreate it, but it's not the same thing. So live in the moment. Number 6, surround yourself with people who are like-minded, people who are positive, and people who are supportive. When you have naysayers, people who are always negative, or people always telling you what you can't do, in your camp, it begins to make you think about what you can't do. And you don't want to focus on the can'ts, the won'ts, the shouldn'ts. You want to focus on the yeses. Yeses. Yes for everything. And those people who don't see you going the journey that you want to go, when they begin to speak negative thoughts to you, sometimes those things can seek in our own head. And then we begin to believe them. There are always going to be people who don't agree with your journey. That's okay. Because they may not be on the level of understanding that you are. They have not obtained the knowledge that you have. It's okay. Let them have their journey. You have yours. And it's okay to separate from those people. I feel like, for me, if you can't live the life I want to live, I don't really want you around. And when I say that, I mean those people who are mean or who are always speaking negatively about others. That's not the energy I want around me. And it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to let people go. I know sometimes that can be hard, especially if it's family members or someone you've been a friend with for a very long time. It can be difficult to let them go. But for your highest good, you have to. You have to say, nice knowing you, but this is where I get off. And it doesn't mean that you have to hate them or send anything negative thoughts or vibes their way. You release them, let them go. And if they're family members, love them from a distance. Friends you can love from a distance too, but you don't want to ever have to connect with them if they're not on the same thought pattern that you are. Number 7, give back. Give back to others because giving is so very, 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 very important. When you give, it does so much for your soul, your spirit. When you give without expectations, you get something back. And it doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't even have to be physical. You get this feeling of love and of peace and of happiness because you've helped someone else. Giving doesn't necessarily always have to be money, but you can give your time, your talent, your time donating, spending time with other people who may not have family. So if you go to a senior citizen's home and you spend time with the elderly who don't have family members that come in, if you go to a hospital where they have sick babies and they need people to just hold the babies, or if you go to a shelter and you help them with preparing food and helping those who are without, who don't have homes, those feelings, that time that you're giving, that energy that you're putting into the universe, that you're putting into others, it comes back to you so strong that it's one of the best feelings you can ever have. There's always people in need. And you may have a talent that would benefit others. You may play music. And if you go someplace where they need someone to play music for them, that's an awesome opportunity for your soul to reach a higher vibration, and for people to experience you and for you to experience others. Don't let those opportunities of giving stop you because you think you have to give money. Well, I don't have a lot of money to give. I can't give any money. People don't always need your money. Sometimes they just need you. They need you to be present. They need you to give ideas or thoughts or to contribute to their campaign in one way or another. And it could be because you're knowledgeable in writing, so you can help them write their business plan or write for a grant or some way or another you can help someone in the situation they're in. So think about how you can use your talent to give to others. Think about how you can use your time to give to others. And giving of your treasure, your money, that's great. That is honorable. If you have it to give, give. But don't think about what you're going to get back in return, because that comes in so many different ways that sometimes you may not even recognize it's because you gave on this particular day. Just give with no expectations, with just wanting to honor someone else, wanting to love someone else, and wanting to be present in the moment when someone needs you. And my last and final principle on achieving goals in life is to trust. Trust your instinct. Your instinct, your higher self, the one we connected to during our meditation, the one that is always with you, that knows everything, sees everything, and is here to help you. Trust your instinct. If you meet a person and you're feeling like there's something about that person I'm not really feeling, trust your instinct, because there's something about that person that you should not be around. Trust your instinct. Your instinct is the one that tells you don't go down that street, or that tells you you left something on the stove, or that tells you that person isn't okay. Trust it. My instinct in 44 years has never gone wrong. Trust it. Sometimes it's just a whisper. Sometimes it's a tap on the shoulder. Sometimes it's a big boom. Trust it. Trust it. Trust it. The sun is going behind the clouds. That's why the room is getting a little darker right now. But it just tells me my time is about winding up. So I want to give you some homework for the week until I see you next time. And homework, nothing like we did in school. Don't worry. It's fun. But homework is your opportunity to practice some of the things that we discuss so that you can incorporate it into your day-to-day life. So the first thing is meditation. Meditation, meditation, meditation. Yes, you're going to hear me say that an awful lot because I love meditation. Hopefully that meditation we did earlier allowed you to have that experience that is so important. But meditation is not just about being quiet or listening to waterfall or some music in the background. Meditation is just about clarity. It's about removing those thoughts and of that prevent you, those thoughts that prevent you from hearing, from seeing, from experiencing. So allow yourself, if you're new to meditation, allow yourself 10 minutes every day to just sit still, take some deep cleansing breaths. And if thoughts come in, it's okay. Just let them go. But just be present with yourself. Just allow yourself to sit, relax, with no expectation, and be still.